Welcome to The Explainer. So, let's talk about a fascinating puzzle. Europe has gone and created this huge, multi-billion-dollar market for green fuels. But at the same time, they've made it almost impossible for anyone new to actually sell into it. So, what's going on? And this question, it really gets to the very heart of the global energy transition. It's a classic story, a massive opportunity on one side, and an even bigger challenge on the other. All right, so first things first. To really get a handle on the opportunity here, you have to understand the sheer scale of demand the EU has created with its climate policies. And this isn't just a friendly suggestion. We're talking about a legal mandate. As part of its Fit for 55 package, the EU has just unleashed a tidal wave of new rules. The goal? To force a massive shift over to a carbon-neutral economy. Honestly, it's one of the most ambitious pushes to decarbonize on the entire planet. So here's the number that really matters. The EU's Renewable Energy Directive now says that by 2030, 29% of all final energy has to come from renewables. What that does is create this gigantic, legally guaranteed market for biofuels, and somebody has to supply them. But, and this is a huge but, this incredible opportunity is sitting behind what you could call a great green wall. It's a formidable fortress of really complex rules, and it's all designed to make absolutely sure every single drop of fuel is legitimately sustainable. See, it's not enough to just show up with biofuel. You have to prove it's sustainable, and that means navigating this absolute maze of compliance paperwork. For producers outside of Europe who might have all the right raw materials, it can be completely overwhelming. They just don't have that deep regulatory know-how. And that brings us to the main gatekeeper. It's a super high-stakes certification called the ISCC. Think of it as the golden ticket. Without this stamp of approval, your fuel is not getting into the European market. Period. For a producer, failing to get this could literally mean millions in lost revenue. You're just locked out. So to get certified, you've got to document your entire operation. I mean, from the very beginning, collecting the raw material, the feedstock, like used cooking oil, all the way to the final product. Imagine trying to track every single drop. It is an incredibly demanding, paper-intensive process that, frankly, requires a ton of expertise. So if you're a producer in an emerging market, you've got the feedstock, but you're staring at this giant wall. How in the world do you get over it? Well, this is where a really unique company enters the picture. The key is this firm with a very European name, but a Middle Eastern heart, Rotterdam. It's this perfect blend, right? You get the European market savvy, but it's combined with that critical on-the-ground knowledge of the region. Now, the company is led by Dr. Ibrahim, who's a real veteran in this space. He's put together this incredible multinational team with experts from Egypt, Jordan, and the UK. So he's created this perfect fusion of technical skill and regulatory know-how. Okay, so what's their secret sauce? Let's break down their strategy for connecting these two very different worlds. At its core, their whole strategy is to act as a compliance bridge. It's a brilliant concept. They step in and handle all of that complicated, high-stakes regulatory stuff that producers in places like the Middle East and North Africa often just can't do by themselves. And what's really interesting is that they offer the whole shebang. They're not just consultants giving advice. They execute. They'll do everything from the initial planning to building a fully operational facility from scratch, all the way to securing that all-important ISCC certification. They even help their clients make money from carbon credits. It's a true A to Z solution. And they're playing the long game, too. They are strategically planting their flag in these huge future markets like sustainable aviation fuel, or SAF, and green hydrogen. They're going after the hardest sectors to decarbonize, like aviation, which is absolutely crucial for their long-term relevance. Oh, and that name, Rotterdam, it's genius. It instantly gives them street cred with European buyers. It signals, hey, we get it. We understand the high standards of Europe's main energy gateway, which, by the way, is working hard to become a major green energy hub itself. So let's zoom out. Why does one specialized consulting firm really matter in the grand scheme of things? What's the big takeaway here? Because what they've built here is more than just a company. It's a playbook for the future. With a track record of managing more than 7 facilities around the world, they're proving that having experts who can navigate these complex rules is absolutely vital to making the global energy transition actually happen. They connect supply with demand, and everybody wins. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. the future of energy, it's not just going to be built on amazing new technology. It's going to be built by the strategic experts, the bridge builders, who know how to connect all the pieces together.